Coach talked about you guys trying to find the rhythm between you and Buddy. What was the difference tonight in the basketball game?
Just a little bit more practice. Obviously, coming off that 2-week layover from before, and then coming right into a game, we knew it was gonna be tough. But we've been working hard at practice. Like Buddy said, getting in there before the game, getting in there after the game. We just been focused on working hard. We know we're always gonna be ready, and shots are eventually gonna fall. So I'm really proud of Bud, really proud of the rest of the team just for working. Like I said, a lot of guys get there early, stay after late, and get their shots up. So it's bound to happen if you work hard, and the right things happen to the people who do the right things.
Great game, Jim.
Appreciate it.
Our next question will be from Anthony DeBundo.
Yeah, when they hit that three to cut it down to, I think it was 5 or so, what's going through your mind, and did it feel like Wednesday all over again when you guys were trying to hold off a late charge?
Yeah, they hit a big shot, but that's going to happen. It's Division I college basketball. It's a big rivalry game against Georgetown, Syracuse, so we know things and plays like that are going to happen. It's just a matter of how you respond, and we did a pretty good job responding, I think, and just settling in and not really thinking too much about it. And like I said, just doing what we do and closing out the game.
Our next question is from Gil Gross.
Hey, Joe, Rob Braswell had the big block, and my observation is that whenever he hits a three or makes a play, the bench is going just a little bit crazier. And I was just wondering, what is it? What he is as a teammate? Like, why does he get so much love?
You'd have to know Rob. He's a really quiet kid, obviously a really nice kid. Everybody's always there for him. He's put in a lot of work, and we're just really happy for him. He's finally stepping up and making big plays. Whether it's making a shot, making that block, he's done a really good job these past few games of just making big plays. And when anybody can do that and step into that role, it's huge for us. So I think to answer your question about people getting more excited, I think it's just because Rob's so quiet and just so nice of a kid that we're trying to get any kind of emotion out of him if you can. But as you guys can probably see, it's pretty hard.
Next question from Stephen Bailey.
Hey, Joe, I wanted to ask, did you guys take anything from the end of that Pitt game that affected your approach at the end of the game tonight?
I don't know. I think just, it's going to happen. We know that a close game's going to happen. We've gotten through, I think it was 4 or 5 close games at this point. So I don't know if you can just pinpoint from one of the games. We've won a lot more of those games than we've lost this year. And we're just moving forward. So we know we're going to be in close games all year. It's a different kind of year. Nobody's really going to get blown out. The ACC is really good. I think it's really slept on, and there's going to be a lot of close games. So we're ready for a dogfight this year, and we're ready for whatever.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Our next question is from Mark Frank.
Hey, Joe, can you talk about Mareek losing a tooth and coach stopping him from going to the locker room and finishing out the game?
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw like two split things on the ground. I said, "Yo, is that a tooth?" And then I looked up and I saw Mareek sprint into the locker room, and I knew right then and there that he must. Since someone said that he lost a tooth, and I had never seen it on a basketball court. I played football in high school, and I've actually seen that a few times on the football field, but on a basketball court and in a basketball game, I've never seen it. But I knew Mareek's tough. He's a lot tougher than you might think just looking at him. But he's a really tough kid. He'll battle through anything and a lot of injuries. So we were confident that he'd come back out, and I think it was a really good thing that coach didn't let him go to the locker room because we obviously need him. He's a big part of the team. He's a senior. He's a leader, and he makes really good plays at the end of the games. And he did that tonight. So I'm just glad that he stayed out there. But that is something I've never seen before.
Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Our next question is from Andrew Crane.
Hey, Joe. Jim was saying that Mareek at center forced Georgetown to play small and other teams to play small, and that opened some things up for you guys offensively and defensively. From your perspective, I guess, what were those openings offensively and defensively, and what does Mareek playing center kind of force other teams to do?
Well, I think offensively it just opens up so many things. He can shoot it, he can step out and shoot it, he can make the plays with the ball, and I think it just gives us 5 playmakers on the court at one time. Anybody's capable to make a play with the ball and shoot it. So he spaces the floor really well, gives us driving lanes for guys to go in there either shoot it or make a play. And defensively he's really smart. He might not be the biggest guy or the strongest guy, but he knows what he's doing. He knows where to be at what times, and he's just really smart at what he does. So Mareek's, like I said, a huge part of the team, and him on offense and him on defense playing the 5 just opens up so many things for us.
And our final question will be from Dan Tortora.
Joe, you mentioned it a little bit in the beginning, growing up in the state of New York, just what you can say about the Georgetown rivalry with Syracuse. And even though it's not a conference game, does it still feel like that? And is it surreal for you to be a part of that in history now?
Yeah, for sure. This is always going to be, one of those games that you circle on the calendar if you're a Syracuse fan, a Syracuse player, Syracuse anything related to the community. It's always something that you're looking forward to. Just in the history with Coach Ewing, Coach Boeheim, just all the guys who've been through it. This is something that we look forward to each and every year. I'm sure they look forward to it each and every year. And you got to take it just like any other game. But I think people would be lying if they said it's not in the back of their heads leading into it that this game has a lot more meaning to it than just playing.
Thanks, Joe.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.